Hello everybody. I decided to record this for you guys because I was trying to grade the discussion and I seen that a lot of discussion going back and forth regarding this. I'm trying to convince everybody here with the answer, so I tried to record it. It's the easier way to do it. Before starting this, I just wanna recommend you to do skill check number 3 in the book, page 75. This is very similar question to skill check number 3 on page 75. Just to let you practice more on this. The trick always when you have 3 sets of groups or 3 sets or 3 groups, what you need to do is always start in the most common between all these 3. So what I try to do in here, or what the question try to do, is putting for you the order you need to go from the bottom to top. So let's try to do the order from the bottom to the top. So you notice that the 3 groups called is A, B, and RH. So here's the A, here's the B, and here's the RH. So the groups intersect, all of them, the 3 of them intersect in this small part between them here. And this intersection has 4, and that's what happens in the question. It tells you that this intersection has 4 of them. Okay, so I just put number 4 here inside in the red. I just put 4, which means that these 4 people has blood type which has A, B, and RH. So they have blood type of AB positive. Okay. Now continue to the next one, the next line. Notice that he's saying I have B and RH. So how many people has B and RH? 22. So notice that there's a 22 inside the area which contains B and RH. Here's the area contain B and RH. So this area here should have, this area over here should have people that has B and RH. Okay, so the total of the people inside B and RH, the common between B and RH should be 22. So the common between them should be 22. Now notice that I already put 4. So there are already 4 people here. So how many left? So 22 minus 4, and you have 18 people left. So I have to put over here 18. And that's what I tried to illustrate for you, that you have 22 people which has all B and RH. Now just 18 of them just have a purely B and RH. They don't have any A's on it. But 22 of them that has B and RH. In the question, he didn't say that you have B and RH and not A. He just said you have B and RH. So this 22 is the whole thing that has just B and RH. So if you imagine there is no A here, so all this between B and RH, it will be 22. All this inside here will be 22. And purely just B and RH will be 18. A lot of people get confused in this point. At this point in particular, they say, okay, once I have B and RH is 22, then I will have to put here 22. Well, you will create a problem doing this right away, because if you put here inside a 22, it means that you have inside here all of this, you will have a 26, which is not true. Does this make sense? Okay, so to illustrate again this point, the people that has B and RH is a 22, means that you have B and RH, and you might have an A in it. But since we use already the A here, we know that if I have a person with an A and B and H, there are 4 of them. So we already mentioned that guy already here in the 4. So we have just to mention the one we did not count for, which is the one don't have the A, and how many of them we don't have the A is 18. Okay, I hope this is clear, because once this is clear, everything is gonna collapse really nicely, and we're gonna just follow this over and over again to get the number of people in the whole circles here. Okay, so doing A and RH. Okay, so he's saying you have people who has A and RH are 62. They have A and RH. Again, notice that what he's saying. Here's my circle A, and here's my circle RH. So what he's saying that the intersection between A and RH is 62. But notice that inside this intersection, I already used 4. So I have to subtract the 4. So I have now 58 people. So 58 people has a purely A and RH with no B involved. While there are already 4 which has A, RH and B. So total of them that has A and RH. When I say I have A and RH, it don't mean that I don't have to have B, right? But I know that I have A and RH. So if I have A and RH, there are 62 people. If I say I have A and RH but not B, then I will have 58. I hope this is very clear. Okay, next one. We say we have A and B. So A and B is, here's the A, here's my A, here's my B. So how many I have A and B? I have 10 of them. So I have 10 which has A and B. Now remember, I can have A and B and RH. So how many people I have A and B and RH are 4. Remember, this is the middle one we started with, which 4. Okay, how many have really purely A and B? So 10 minus 4, so there is 6. So inside here, should I have 6? Okay. Just to illustrate again, I want to clear here the graph really quick to show you what we are doing. So, and that's why I started really from the inside. I really tried my best to insert from the inside of the holy graph. Okay, so continuing with this, the RH is 82. So this is what it says, that you have antigen RH. I have 82 people has the antigen RH. But people who has antigen RH might have antigen A or B. Okay, so what we are talking about, purely RH. Okay, so everybody over here. The problem is that we have people that have RH and A. We have people that have RH and B. And we have people who has RH, A and B. So we have to subtract all this. So subtracting how many people has all of them, here's 4, then subtracting how many people has the B, which is 18, then subtracting how many people has the A, which is 58. So you're going to subtract from 82, 4, 18, and 58 to reach to how many just have exactly RH, which is this part we didn't include yet in our previous knowledge. So we will just find that subtracting all this, we just have 2 people that has purely RH. They don't have A, they don't have B on it. Or they don't have AB. So that's exactly 2 over here. So you notice that when you get inside first, that gives you the ability of slicing your circle. And that's exactly what I did. So I slide my circle in the beginning with the 4, which is this RH circle with the 4. Then I slice it with the B. Then I moved in and sliced it with the A. Then the only thing left is the slice by itself. And that's what I try to do over here. The same thing will happen with the B. So if we really clear this really quick, I can do the same thing with the B. So he says there are 36 people which has B. There are really 36 people which has B. Okay, so I know the people who has B, they might be having RH with them, they might have A with them, they might have RH and A with them. So we have to subtract. So the first, how many people has A and RH with them, so this is the 4. Then I will subtract how many people has the RH with them, which is 18. Then I will subtract how many has the A and M, which is the 6. So again, notice that I did slice the B, the whole circle B, to 3 parts, and every part means something different. So the part which has 4, it means that B has also they have the characteristic or the antigens of having the 4 has the B and the A and the RH, while the 18 just have the B and the RH strictly, and the 6 strictly has just B and A. The only part I did not talk about is the part of B which don't have any of the other antigens, which is this 36 minus 4 minus 18 minus 6, which is 8. Okay, I hope this is really clear, and I will continue with the A in the same manner. So A is sliced to the 3 different parts, if you notice. So I will, to know how many exactly inside the A without the others, you have to subtract 80 minus 4 minus 58 minus 6. So if you subtract all this, so 80 minus 68, which is 12. And that's what I wrote over here in a bold, 12. Okay, now remember all this inside A, B, and RH, all of these people has to add up to 200, because he's saying that he got 200 people, 200 patients. So he says in the question you have 200 patients. Let's double check by adding the bold numbers here. So if I add the bold numbers, let me clear all this again. So if I add just the whole bold numbers, we should end up with 200. We really should end up with the 200. So getting the pen out, so we have here 12, we have 58. I'm just going to add the bold things. So 12, 58, 4, because they have the different characteristic. 6, then 18, then 2, then 8. So 12, 58, 4, 6, 18, 2, and 8. Well, I can use calculator, or I just can use it by hand. So 12 and 58 is 70, 74 and 6 is 80, 80 and 18 is 98, 98 and 2 is 100, 108 is 108. So the people with this characteristic, all this characteristic is 108. So what am I missing? Because he says you have to have 200 patients. So the people who don't have any of these characteristics, neither A or RH or B, then they don't have they don't have any antigen in their blood, which means they are O negative, right? And that's what he explains here. If you have any of the antigens, then you have O negative, which means you don't have any RH, any A, any B in your blood system. So 200 patients minus what did we say? 108. So we have 192, right? So we have just 92. So 200 minus 108 is 92, and that's what we have. People, 92 people don't have any of these. Notice that when he wrote this, you will not end up, if you add all these numbers, you're not supposed to end up with 200. So it is 160, 162, 160.